As Stephen Hawking already said, there was no time before creation. There was no time to create the universe. So therefore, there is no God that created the universe. We ourselves are solely, completely responsible for our thoughts and actions and nobody else. The universe itself does not direct our fate. And we are the only ones that will be held responsible for whatever we have done and nobody else. Of course, there is a church, and most people prefer to believe in it because they can then pray for things they want to achieve, things they want to get, or whatever they wish for it in the church and pray for it. And also, they can blame somebody else for their actions and thoughts. But the only one that is to blame for all that is yourself, nobody else. You cannot blame a God or whatever for whatever mistakes or problems you have or made. The only one that is responsible is yourself. Of course, it suits the church to bless people in marriages, birth of their children, when they die, and so forth. But it is all actions. They are not entitled to it. They just invented it, like all the Bible and the Ten Commandments and all the things they can do for people, like forgive sins and whatever. It is all grown only in their fantasy, because there is no God that created the universe. Of course, praying alone doesn't bring any money, so they have to justify their existence somehow. So they forgive sins, bless marriages and birth of children and whatever. And they're not poor. It's quite good business to do that for the last 2,000 years. Of course, if I would have said that a few hundred years ago, I would have been burned at the stake, because, it would have spoiled the church, the business of the church. Like any organization, a big organization that is making a lot of money, they don't like to be criticized and so forth. Of course, if you turn on your thinking, your brain, and just think about it logically, if there would be a God, it would be a construct of high energy without a body, without a form, without anything. Now, how can this form of high energy have a sun and speak from a thorn bush or whatever? I'm not so well off with religion. But all these things that apparently God has done for people and told them, 10 Commandments, it's a form of pure energy. The only thing this energy could do, come into your mind with a high frequency and create thoughts in your mind, if it would exist. But it doesn't. Because, as I said before, and Stephen Hawking said, there was no time before the Big Bang, and time didn't exist before the Big Bang to create the universe. Absolutely impossible. So, of course, most people will not agree with me. I'm fully aware of that, because it would make their lives uncomfortable. To realize that they are the only ones that are responsible for all their actions and their thinking, and they couldn't put the blame on anybody else except themselves, is very uncomfortable, So we rather stick to the old stories about church and praying and asking for something and putting the blame on God or whoever. And it would mean they would have to take on a big responsibility, namely to be responsible for all their own mistakes, problems, and whatever they had done wrong. And they couldn't hold anybody responsible for it. Anyhow, that will be a very short video because there's not much to say. Actually, it's me who's talking a lot, but Stephen Hawking just said there was no time to create the universe before the Big Bang, so there is no God. Just simply that. But he also said he was very thankful to be able to live his life on this planet, to see the universe, to experience the universe, and is very happy to have lived on this earth. And I can only fully agree with him. I'm also very thankful to live on this planet and to experience the universe, all my thinking and all the other experiences. But still, it doesn't mean that there is a God. Thank you.